If you're like me and you don't want to pay the Apple Premium for active noise cancelling headphones, then check out these ones. These are the Quiet Mini from PaMu and they're a third of the price. G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sean and today we're going to be taking a look at these active noise cancelling headphones from a company called PaMu. I think it's PaMu. These are the Quiet Mini. I've been using them now for a little while and I'm going to be sharing with you what I think and obviously my experience and everything else. So if you like this kind of content, get subscribed, hit the like button and let's begin. Okay, so you know that I love everything that's affordable and budget because it means that more of you guys can get involved in technology and headphone reviews. I know there's a million of them out there and I'm just adding to that, but I wanted to cover this particular product from this brand because they're cheap and they give you a lot of bang for the buck, which is what I'm all about. These headphones from PaMu are about $100 here in Australia. Obviously the price in your country might vary and there are a lot of really cool features which I'm going to go through for you right now. Now I know you guys just want to know, do they sound good? How long does the battery last? Is the active noise cancelling good? And those kind of questions are the things that I'm thinking of and is actually what I'm going to go through now with you guys. So the battery runtime, the playtime on these headphones is actually 18 hours, which I've not tested completely because I don't have 18 hours to sit around just listen to music, but they haven't gone flat since I've gotten them, so that's a really good sign. In order to charge them, you just put them in the case. The case will give you 1 hour of charge after 10 minutes, or if you want to charge the case fully, the charging time of the entire case is 1.5 hours, and you can either do that by plugging it into a USB Type-C connector. They give you a USB Type-C cable, obviously, but they also have Qi charging capability. So you can put them on a wireless charger if you have one of those, and it will wirelessly charge the case and the headphones all at the same time, which is really cool. Now, once the case is charged, you're going to get 3 full charges of your headphones from the case. And does it come with a USB brick or a charging brick in the box? No, it doesn't. It just comes with that cable. But like I said, you can also just do a Qi charging situation as well. Now, the reason you would check out these headphones from PaMu is because really you're looking at the active noise cancelling function and you want to know whether or not it's actually any good and does it work. So to answer the first question, does it work? Yes, it does. It works actually really well. I was in a food court the other day. I chucked them in, put on the ANC mode, and it literally cancelled out everything that was happening around me. I really couldn't hear anything or anyone. The only thing that I could really hear was like someone opened up a can of Coke, I think it was, and you could hear that crack of the can. But other than that, I couldn't hear like that hum that you kind of get that's in the background with everyone talking. When you enter transparency mode, which is another mode that's on these headphones, this is all configurable with the app, by the way, that you can download for free. The transparency mode allows those other sounds to sort of come in, so that way you could, for example, interact with someone at a cash register, or if you're maybe wanting to talk to someone for 2 seconds, you could have that mode turn on, or you can turn off both modes and just have it all completely off, which will extend the battery life a little bit longer for you, but still give you really good sounding quality. So active noise cancelling is great, transparency mode is really cool, but then you can also turn it off if you don't want either of those modes turned on. Now, some other questions that you might be wondering is, do they work on Android and iOS? Yes, they work on both. Are they waterproof or sweat resistant? They're IPX4 rated, which is the exact same as AirPods Pro. So you wouldn't go swimming underwater with them, but if you're out in the rain or it's quite humid, you won't have any issues. Things like sweat aren't going to be a problem. And the app, does it have one? Yes, it does. You can just download it from the App Store, from the Google Play Store, and you can go ahead and customize the controls, update firmware, and change those different active noise cancelling modes if you want to do that. Okay, so now let's take you through the PaMu app, and you can see I've got actually 2 different PaMu headphones here. You've got the Quiet Mini and the Quiet Large. The larger ones I'm going to be talking about in a future video, so get subscribed so you don't miss out on that one. But we're going to go into the PaMu Quiet Mini, tap on that one there. It will go ahead and obviously connect, and then once you're in that screen, you've got here the transparency mode, the ANC mode, and the ANC off options there straight away on the screen. In a quiet room, by the way, just a quick comment, is that you can't really tell the difference with these modes. In like, if you're in your bedroom and you're by yourself, those modes don't really do much. It's really when you're outside and in the world and in things like food courts and louder areas in an office maybe, that those situations really come in handy, and I think that's probably the better time to test those settings. If you go to the settings option, you have an option to go ahead and customize key functions. It's really cool, by the way, that you can see the power status of the left and right earbud as well. That's really handy. So you can, I guess, make sure that you've always got enough for maybe a long flight or a bus trip. If you go to the customize key functions here, you can do a bunch of things like the mode switching, the voice assistant, previous and next track, increase and decrease volume. I think is really cool. I'm not sure if AirPods actually do that or not, but the fact that you can turn the volume up and down with these is actually really, really cool. And you basically, to just switch the mode, you're essentially either pressing or pinching the stem of the earbud. So that's really, really cool. The actual ANC function mode, this is basically where you can go ahead and I guess either tell the headphone that when you're tapping it or holding it, is it going to go into, I guess, ANC mode on or transparency mode, or is it going to cycle through all three? So that way you've got control. You don't have to always go back to the app. Going back again here, you've got a firmware update option. And when I got these, there actually was a firmware update to be done, and I did those, and that was very, very simple and straightforward. And other than that, it's just a very, very simple app to use. So the fact that you get a fully featured pair of headphones at $100 with noise cancelling, Qi charging, USB-C, and an app to go with it is very, very, very cool. Now, the microphone that is built in to do the noise cancelling part is also the same microphone that you'll use to make a phone call. And when I did call someone, they could hear me perfectly fine. There was no complaints there from their end. And also when I wanted to interact with Siri, there was no issues at all. So the microphones, I would have to say, are doing a perfectly fine job. The actual sound quality part, so I was listening to a lot of hip hop music, a lot of pop, dance, a lot of stuff with a lot of bass, and these headphones actually did a really, really good job. And when I put them in, I'm always, when I put headphones in, like not sure what it's going to sound like. And to me, when I put these in and played something, they actually sounded really good. And I was actually in the room one night doing stuff with my PC and swapping out parts and stuff like that. And I didn't have any complaints about the audio quality at all. The actual sound quality sounded really, really good. And comparing them to something like a pair of headphones that, a pair of AirPods from my partner that she has, I would say that the sound quality is actually maybe a little bit better in terms of the bass. Maybe the reason why is because these have an 11mm driver. AirPods Pro are a 10mm driver, so I don't know if that 1mm extra makes a difference, or maybe PaMu is just maybe trying to, I don't know, stitch up Apple in the marketing by saying they're just better because they've got a bigger driver. I don't know, but the sound quality was actually really, really good. Noise cancelling is really good, and the microphone is really, really good. So no complaints from me about these headphones. So to summarize, would I buy these headphones? Yes, I would. The sound quality is good, the microphone's good, the noise cancelling is great, and the price is obviously amazing because I'm all about budget, and making things more affordable is always a big, big positive in my life. And I think if you're trying to kit out maybe your whole family or your kids, rather than spending $320 or whatever it costs for AirPods Pro, you could get 3 pairs of these for the same price. And if you lost them and had to replace them, it's not really a big hit to the hip pocket. So really, really good job, PaMu, and highly recommend these headphones, and I'll still be using them after this video is done. If you have any comments or questions, you can always catch up with me on Twitch every Friday night from 10:30 p.m. Twitch.tv/socialhardware. I'll leave a link to that down below. You can also catch up with me on Instagram. There's always stuff going on behind the scenes over there as well. And other than that, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers. Okay, so now that you're at the end of this video and you want to check out maybe another audio related product, maybe a pair of headphones with a cable, don't know why someone would want to do that in 2021, but I'll leave a link to the Thermaltake ones, the Isurus Pro 2s up in the corner. You can go and check that one out.